Brandy, hello. Megan, hello. How y'all doing? Superstay, hello. Can you guys hear me? Just making sure. As you can tell, I've had everything moved around. Deonda, hello. Okay, like 30 minutes ago. So you guys can hear me? Okay, good. Yeah, because got things all situated. Well, I got all the big stuff out of here. And now it's putting this room back together. Hear me loud and clear? Okay, I don't have to turn my mic up or anything. Oh my goodness. It's been a day. Been a day. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Been a day. Megan, you want up here? Sound perfect. Good. And I decided to have just an old-fashioned live stream, actually. So let somebody know that I'm live. There you go. I'll smoke a cig in 1 minute. Belinda, Babette, hello. Yeah, actually, it's probably been. See, it's 11:06 right now.
Good morning.
Been almost an hour. Hey, Bam, somebody's complaining about my smoking already. Can you believe that? Any hints that
wanting to register a complaint. You don't share them with me, so there we go.
I don't know who they're going to complain to, but hey.
The smoking police.
Oh, yeah, what's that called?
It's the same as the time police. You know, when they tell you what time it is all the time. Oh, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. The time police and the smoking police, they work together.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
There's also a new division. It's called the Lion Police. But mind you, they're booked up until 20 million, so they'll not be able to.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Foxy, hello. I'm telling you, oh my God. Can you see chat, Bam?
No, I'm going to pull it. I'll have to.
Oh, I was going to say, Jenny said hi. Foxy saying hi.
Hi.
Zorg.
Hi.
Look, Zorg, I'm getting it moved around.
Will you shut up to sing hi there to people, for goodness sake? Coming into my bloody chat.
Look, Zorg, I'm getting it moved around.
There we go. All right.
I couldn't believe the guys showed up today. For real. Hourglass, buy Bitcoin. I have. Witty Widow, hello.
Hey, Witty, how are you?
Megan says, I always say when people complain about my smoking, when you pay for smokes, then you have a right to complain. Just saying.
No, let me tell you a quick story.
I know why they say it.
Can I tell a quick story, or are you going to just ignore me as usual?
I'm deciding.
Well, I'm going to tell it anyway. We were at a corporate do, and there were all these gimps sat, facing us. And it was when you were allowed to smoke, so I lit the cigarette up. And this woman goes, coughing like that. So I took another drag. And I said, oh, hey up, doc. I said, I smoke 40 a day and I don't fucking cough like that. I said, if I were you, I'd nip down to the doctor. It might be a little tumour in there, But I shouldn't have said it, but it was pretty nasty. But you know what I mean? Sitting making a big fucking fuss like that. And like I said, I smoked 40 a day and I weren't coughing like that. So I said,
Oh,
you might want to nip down and see your doctor. Might be a wee tumor in there. Didn't go down too well. I
no,
must have invited
I
back.
can imagine smoking 40 a day. No, no.
I don't smoke 40 a day. I only said that to annoy her. Because she was,
Oh,
what the fuck? Fucking
ah,
idiot.
ah.
The
Chris, hello.
next time
Chris,
someone coughs when you light up, say that. Sorry, Les, go. We're getting delay. Go. I'm going to pop.
oh, no, 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 no. I was just letting Chris know. I've got, so whenever, see, the thing with me and Chris is
You just
we
talk.
consider, I can't help it. We consider setting up the lights, the green screen, and it's all this other bullshit stuff that we do. We consider it playing. I don't know it, but I want to know it, and he wants to teach it, and I got things I can teach him, and he's got things he can teach me. So we play. This is just how Chris and I work. We can go, this is Liz, how do I be a guest on the show? You have to be friends with me on Twitter so I can send you a link. And then we'll decide what you want to talk about, and we can have you as a guest. But Chris and I will start a project, right? I'll go in and we'll just do one. I said, I just want to get this done. And 7 hours later, we're finally getting to the thing that I wanted done. But he's like, oh, Les, I got something cool to show you. Well, he shows me something cool, and then I got to know how it works and what it can do.
I can verify everything she's saying is correct because she'll ring me to tell me something and she'll tell me a billion other things and then forget what she was going to tell me to start with. Then she'll fight with me when I try to get off the phone. Then she'll fall asleep on the phone. Then I'll hang and she'll ring me back to tell me what she was originally going to tell me, but she forgets, and the whole fucking thing goes a big giant circle of Les forgetting what she was originally there for.
She's a lying, twisted Brit ass. Yeah. She is so lying. Nicole A, hello.
I rebuke you, demon, in the name of Jesus.
Oh, jeez, cow. Shellbell, hello. Wait, I think let me start this up because I can do chatbot in here. I can't go OBS because we're not on OBS, so. But I can at least do my chatbot. My chatbot can do some work today. Damn it.
Yeah, get your chatbot in there.
I am. My social media should be on there. Oh, it's LEZ'S Lounge.
And Twitter. When you're on panel, you're in the booth. You're not on panel. You're in the booth.
Yeah, we're in the booth. But since we're doing it regular, it's panel.
Right. Okay. Oh, all right. We're
not in OBS or nothing like that. So, Timmy Wooten, hello.
But if you do feel entertained, do feel free to offer Les a tip. All tips go towards the maintenance and the upkeep of the channel.
And the host. Because I sometimes have to be told not to eat the yellow snow because I just think it's like lemon icy or something. You never know. You never know. Never know.
Trust me, with my dog at the minute, if I tried to make a snowman, it would be a shit man.
Not
even going there.
We're not even going there as to why. How was your day, Les? Busy. But yet I was able to exhaust my granddaughter. And so, which means Gemma is tired. But granddaughter couldn't keep up. Don't eat yellow snow. Silk Sexy. Have you had some good ass day? I've had a good day. Les, what's your Twitter? It's LEZ'S Lounge.
Is it not all in the About section? Is your Twitter link not in the About section?
Yeah, I think you can click to it from my homepage. You know, in that box.
If you go on where it says large, if you click on that, at the top right, it's about. And if you open the about, there'll be a description to the channel, and there'll also be our other social media. So you should hit our Twitter from there.
Or you can click on the picture because it should be in the lower right hand corner. My Facebook and my Twitter. We're going to the cemetery. Awesome. Or you can just it's try Leslie, all capital letters, underscore the capital letters. Try that. Because I haven't done anything with the other one yet. Thank you guys. You're welcome. Yeah, I haven't done anything with the other one yet. I've been too busy. That's why I just want to do a regular live stream. So I don't have to think. I really don't.
No, she just spends all the time on here winding me up.
Yeah.
Not letting me tell my stories and shouting at me.
Well, yep.
I come on here to be abused.
Yep. Yep.
She's admitting it. See, true colors are starting to show now.
They always shoot out eventually in the end. So, Shell, how are my boys doing? Listening, just washing dishes and making coffee. I should do dishes. I haven't cooked for 2 days. Well, no, I can't say that. I cooked tonight, but still. I didn't cook last night. I don't know how there's so many dishes there are in there. Silk Sexy says, "Hi, girlfriend. That's Bam Bam. Her Irish accent is awesome. She don't know what she is.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. Sexy for my Instagram.
Nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. I'm sure somebody does, Silky.
Oh dear.
Everybody likes somebody. Coffee sound.
Well, there's some days I don't like so many people I follow myself, so don't worry about it. It happens. It happens.
There are days the only person I like is the only people I like is my grandkids. Dead serious.
And me, I'm a very important person in your life.
Hmm.
Look at her not saying fuck all. Wait till the next time she tries to ring me. I'm going to hit the AFU button.
Yeah.
So sorry, no, you don't like me all the time.
Tammy Wood and Les Trump is coming to town. Tammy, you from where I live? You always like me, Les. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I saw a picture of your boys, Les. They're adorable. Do you notice Zach doesn't have his shoes on again? I wrote on there, why does Zach hate his shoes so much? He hates his shoes. Nadine, hello. I'm from Tennessee. Oh, okay. Okay, when you said came to town, I thought, oh, were they coming here to this little town? All right. Because I knew some Wootons here, and I was like, are you sure you're not so-and-so, sister? Todd B, hello. Yeah, hillbilly. Yeah, Chris swore up and down I wouldn't turn those kids into hillbillies. Really? 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 Chris, really? Really? You don't think I would? Really? But yeah, isn't it weird to see me sitting like this instead of over there?
Yes, it's very weird.
It's because the boys came today. I made them do their jobs this time.
You got that whip out and you went, get on with your work.
John says, mistake. You take that as a challenge. Exactly. Shit, I thought I found the Twitter, but I didn't. Welcome back, Shell. All right, I'm gonna put it in there. It's try this.
Let's see if I can find it. Wait a sec. Wait.
Well, I'm not gonna go. But the other one, because I haven't done any work. It's there. It is on Twitter.
Have you got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
capitals the les.
All capitals.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I
it's
asked
French.
how my boys are doing. They doing okay? I think I have a little boyfriend. He's really young though. I gotta wait till he's 18. Then I can take him for some ice cream.
Who is it?
Michelle's son. They're good. One of them has a crush on me.
Oh,
Just kidding. He really doesn't, but still, he likes the Les. So that's awesome. Okie dokie, Hourglass. I will. I will. I love that so much. Oh, they're the only ones. My granddaughter's getting too smart for me. All these tricks I've been playing all these years, she's just not believing anymore.
hmm.
She's just like, really, Grandma? Really? I'm teaching her too much. I
My
am.
one was when my son said to me, "Have you ever told me lies?" And I said no. And he said, "Well, would you ever tell me lies?" And I said no. And he said, "Is there really a Santa Claus?" So,
Yo.
I were put right on the spot, and it was like watching, it was his little face. It was like I'm seeing a snowman melt. It was never the same from that.
Oh. Johnny B, hello. How you doing, Johnny? You know how I found out there was no Santa Claus? I was 10 years old. And for that year, who's the lady? Bam Bam? Yeah, that's Bam Bam.
That's me
Um,
on the hat.
I was 10 years old, and I had just gotten the Barbie pool and cabana set with some new Barbies. Why? I don't know. But I got the pool and cabana set. And a few days later, the boxes were out there by the trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I found out there was no Santa Claus, but I didn't say anything because I was afraid I would get no more presents. Dead serious. It's just like I ain't gonna get no more presents if I say anything.
Yeah, it's not
But I
like
wasn't even devastated. I was just worried that I might not get no more presents. John Grady Huffman, hello, my future ex-husband. So yeah. I knew there was no Santa Claus when I found my presents in the closet. My dad used to leave the receipts in his wallet, and he left his wallet on the back of the toilet seat downstairs. And so Cheryl and I would just go look for the receipt. I'm dead serious. What was the surprise is who was getting what. Dead serious. And then after we got to a certain age, I loved wrap presents. So my mom and dad just made me and Cheryl wrap each other's presents. We were borrowing clothes before we even unwrapped them.
yeah. Do you remember the Malibu Barbie? Do you remember that Malibu Barbie doll?
I
I
don't know.
but apparently she was that Malibu Barbie was modeled on Sharon Tate.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's how beautiful she is. Well, was.
Mm. Anthony R, hello. Megan says, I knew there was no tooth fairy when I found my teeth. Oh my God. Kathy Rebuilds, hello. Hey, Les and Bam, what do you mean there is no Santa?
Hello.
Sorry.
Yep, sorry, there's no Santa. Do you know Santa is actually an anagram of Satan?
We don't know that for sure. Let's not tell the kiddies.
Well, there's no kitties in here, but Santa is a man in a red suit, and Satan is a big red man. So,
You never know.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Santa sucks. I think it's weird we celebrate any holiday the way that we do so blindly. Why do we really celebrate Halloween and Christmas? There's just consumer holidays. Imagine how much money is in this. Oh,
More.
yeah, that's how they started out.
That's
Trust me,
it.
there's a story behind it all. Behind all of it.
You've just run away with my tobacco.
It's Bam Bam, Silky. Bam Bam. Nadine says we did not have Santa. Maid Marian, what? No Santa? Hello.
It's Christmas Day
we
and
are
Griffin.
we are the bearers of bad news. We are the bearers of bad news. I'm gonna be so upset when Nina finds out there's no Santa. Trying to keep her mouth shut around the boys is really going to be hard. Sarah Rushton said, I had a hello, by the way. I had a Malibu Barbie. It was a slightly tanned Barbie. I don't remember. There's 3 movies coming out about Sharon Tate coming this new year. Huh?
Yeah, it's Quentin Tarantino doing it, isn't it? So.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know who she is.
She was the Manson victim.
Yeah, I know she was a Manson victim, but I ain't never seen no movie she's ever been in.
She was
I don't know. That's why I said.
She was absolutely stunning, Les. Probably the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. Stunning.
Michael D, hello. Kathy rebuilds. Liz, did they rearrange your room? Finally, the boys got here. Yes. Yes. I realized there was no Santa when I found out nobody lived at North Pole. I was about 6 years old. You got to be kidding me. Bella and Bam Big Mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Bam Bam Big Mouth. Quentin is directing one of the Manson films, says Jeffrey. Taddeo, hello. Danette, hello. I was going to tell Anthony say hello to you. Christmas, the reason we celebrate with trees because of pagan beliefs. True? Yeah. All of it comes from pagan beliefs. Okay, I have my coffee. She was in the Valley of the Dolls. Oh yeah, she was in that one, wasn't she?
And Fearless Vampire happens to be one of my favorite films. It's wonderful.
I think Silky just likes to say "Bam Bam Big Mouth." Sharon Tate's mom was great, a real ballbuster. Each time one of the Manson members was up for parole. Wasn't one let out finally? Wasn't one of the ladies let out finally?
No, she got up for parole, but she's been denied it each time. They've not let her out. Neither they should. Leslie Van Houten.
Oh, was it?
The youngest one.
I thought she was the oldest one. I don't know. I really don't know. I just know Manson died finally.
Yeah. Patricia Kramwenko was the oldest one. She's the longest serving female prisoner in California, I think it is. It might even be in the States. That's Patricia Kramwenko. Then there was Susan Atkins, who died. She died of brain cancer. And then Van Houten. But, staying there to the rot. When's the parole for the families going to come up? Never. And if they're paroled, does that mean the victims are going to get up out of their graves? No. So just leave them there.
Yeah. Is Tex Watson still in prison? I don't know.
Yes, he is. He's supposedly reformed now. He's found Jesus and he's an ordained minister.
Well, I think they all found Jesus.
It's funny how they do that when they go to prison for murder. They all find Jesus then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe we should have found him beforehand.
Maybe. But My
Yeah,
friend's last name. Last movie called 13 Cheers was a great movie. Um, like I said, I forgot she was in Valley of the Dolls. I think everybody's seen Valley of the Dolls. Maybe not. Probably not. I won't say that. They've been in prison for a very long time. What year did that happen? Was it
60.
Manson in his 80s? I forget how old Manson was.
Well, it was 69 that the murders happened. I know the Manson case because my cousin was involved with Charlie. She was involved with him a year before it happened. My aunt and uncle had to pack up and leave and get out back to Belfast to keep her away from him. But they didn't call him Charles or Charlie. They would refer to him as Charlie to other people, but they called him Jesus. They actually called him that. They did genuinely believe that he was Jesus.
No, I don't see how, but
Yeah, he had them under complete mind control. He used to reenact the crucifixion, and he said his name, man, son, son of man. He had them all brainwashed to a degree. They still had choices.
well, what? Yep. Yeah. I actually got into an argument with a friend of mine. I've told this a couple times. Um, got to an argument because I said, "Why is he in jail? He never killed no one." And it started a big argument at work, and I just giggled because I was just playing devil's advocate,
Hmm.
you know. But hey,
There was no
it was
evidence.
one of them things. I was just like, "All righty, you wanted to cry about it. Now we got an argument going." And my friend Jennifer was just laughing, and John, he was in the kitchen going like that. Jeff, Gwyn book about him with the yellow cover is fascinating. He was one of those people who 99% of the people who met him knew immediately that he was bad news.
Mm.
Was a cult following? Yeah, I'm going to do a series on cults.
He
I've
even
decided to do that. Yeah.
he had one of the big boys following him for a while. Dennis Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
That's sad.
That was like the kind of charisma he had, though. He was
Yeah,
just
but how bad can you be looking for something that you just follow that when you know something's wrong? I mean,
exactly,
how could you not know killing
exactly,
is wrong?
exactly, and especially killing a pregnant woman.
Mm.
That was the worst because Sharon was 2 weeks off having baby when
Yeah.
she.
Mm-mm-mm. Sarah says more recently Gwen wrote a book about Jim Jones. I recommend reading that one too. Yeah. You know you're in a cult. I guess peeps want to belong. I don't want to belong that damn bad. I can tell you that right now.
Do
You
we
know
not have?
you're in a cult when you're not allowed to leave the grounds, when
Mm-mm.
you have to sign over everything you have, plus all your insurance policies and everything. Sign that shit over. When you are to amass guns and know how to use them. When you're not allowed to go anywhere without somebody. I mean, you're not allowed to talk to your family.
But like being in the lounge, isn't it? The way you have the lounge control of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The YouTube cult of the lounge.
Yeah. I remember when I was doing Bible studies, they kept saying I was a cult. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Come on in. I'll feed you guys. Get out of my house now. I'm tired. Go home. Love your families. Never took a dime. Never took a dollar. Never did.
Mm,
Also, Chorus Day's son, Terry Melcher, who used to reside in the house where Sharon Tate was killed.
that's right. It was
Me,
Melcher.
me neither, but some need something to believe in. I don't. I don't need to believe in that.
No,
And
no.
Don's like, oh snap. Sarah says Manson had done business with Terry Melcher, and that's what that's really who they were looking for. The initial suspect was their pool boy who lived in a cabin in the backyard. Yeah, I thought it was somebody else they were after. I didn't think that Sharon was the target.
No, it was Doris Day that got her son out of there. She said to Terry, there's something not right about the atmosphere of this house. And she begged him to move out, and he did. He basically moved out within 24 hours. Then Manson sent him a bullet. So he gave evidence on what at the trial, but he was the original target. I don't know how you can mistake a pregnant woman for Terry Melcher, but you know,
You never know. Never know.
yeah. When I was pregnant, I was always being mistaken for Terry Melcher and record producers.
Oh yeah.
Very bad, very, very bad, bad, bad situation altogether. That.
Yeah. I don't know all the names of all these people or anything, so it was more than 40 years that the boy William Garrison has been willing to discuss what?
His arrest.
Who's the rest?
He was
What boy?
originally murders. He was the caretaker of the grounds where Sharon and Roman lived.
Oh,
So he was in the house the night that it happened. And the first one killed there was a guy called Charles Parent. And he'd been visited the caretaker trying to sell him a clock radio. And he was driving down to come out the gate when Tex Watson jumped over the gate and shot up 5 times in the car. So, there was 5 bodies, I think, the next morning, and the police kicked open the caretaker's door and arrested this young guy because they
oh,
originally thought he'd done it.
ooh. Well, we were talking about couple murders at the time, so we mentioned Jim Jones, and then the tape murders. So I was like, okay, which ones we talking about here?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know the names.
I don't know much about the Jim Jones thing. I don't know much about that at all. That was the Kool-Aid, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. And that's about all.
yeah, and the little wimp. Somebody had to shoot him because he wasn't going to drink the Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
He was nuts.
You find most of these cult leaders they're wacko,
Oh,
deluded.
yep.
Yup.
People
Yup.
like people like to leave these crazy deluded ones. I don't know why,
I don't either.
but they do. They
Surely
do.
you somebody and know that they're full of bullshit. They're telling you that they're this wonderful being and they're all these great things, and you could look at them and think you're not all that. I don't know. I don't.
Mm. Sarah says you'll hear more about the Jonestown thing soon because it happened in mid-November 1978. Oh yeah, I know about about Jonestown. I know about Jonestown. Maid Marian's band reminds me of Stevie Nicks tonight. Ooh,
Um,
and DC, hello.
it's a good thing my cousin did get out. Yes, she was underage. She was only about 14, 14, I think, when she got caught up with Manson.
Wow.
And
Janice Rolfe, hello.
she was the original girl called Star. That was where this all came from. I can't say her real name, but he renamed her Star, and there was a ceremony, a husband and wife ceremony. It wasn't that she was just part of this collection of misfits. There was actually a proper relationship going on between him and her.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
Jonestown people had moved from San Francisco, yeah, to Guyana in the preceding months. Yep. Some people believe that Jones's paranoia may have been due to AIDS, which hadn't been identified yet. I've never heard the AIDS thing.
Mm.
Never heard about it, but yeah, I knew who Jim Jones is. You have a good night, Silky. You take care, hon. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, no, never heard about that. But Jones was crazy. AIDS wasn't known to the public until '85. Yeah, but that didn't mean they didn't get it in the '70s.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn that one off. We're not on topic tonight. Oh. Ouch. My hands. There you go. There's no way to know for sure, but yeah, untreated AIDS can cause brain damage. It was first identified in '81. 79 was first case.
GC's right, 79. It was a young American boy in New York, and he was only around 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Now, he'd been born in New York, so they actually do believe that it was the kid had been being abused, but he was the very first AIDS victim. And of course, they didn't know what it was then. It was only when they started to identify this virus that they realized that he had been presenting all the symptoms. I would go against the Jim Jones thing because he was of average weight. And in those days, there wasn't the cocktail or much treatment. So if he actually had been full-blown acquired immune deficient, he would have been skeletal and he would have been presenting lesions all over his face and his neck. I know where you're going with the brain. It would be lesions on the brain, but there was nothing to indicate that on the outside. So I would rule the AIDS rumor completely out. He
He was
may,
just nuts from when he was young.
pardon?
He was
Hmm?
nuts when he was young.
I would say he was nuts, but I would definitely rule out the AIDS where he was suffering from AIDS because he certainly didn't look. And as I say, in those days they had no preventative or treatable medicine, so I rule that out completely.
Mantra Phoenix, hello. Mantra Phoenix got some tacos. Reagan's legacy is not funding the AIDS crisis in its early stages. Well, we really didn't know a lot about it, really, and they thought it was like something against that only happening gay people, although
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it was mostly straight people that were dying from it. Poor Liz, you look like you're about to fall asleep. My granddaughter wore me out. I ain't lying.
Yeah, they originally called
Huh?
they originally called it the gay cancer.
Yeah.
They only struck gay people.
Which didn't make it any less important. I know that, Sarah, but I know back then, it was they thought it was just mainly a gay thing. If you were gay, you had it. Straight people couldn't get it. They didn't know how it was transmitted. Nothing.
That's right.
Yeah, he did turn a blind eye to the disease. We thought as kids, spit could get you sick. So it was a lot different back in the '80s. That's a decade I wouldn't want to live over again.
Decade of decadence.
I don't want to live the '80s over again. I definitely don't want to live the '70s over again. Didn't like it the first time around. At least the '80s, I can halfway handle it. I don't want to live '90s around again. I don't. I don't know.
There's a few things I would do different. Quite a
There's
few.
some things I would do different,
Mm.
but I wouldn't be where I am today. Which I think maybe it could be a good thing. Les, you're right. The '80s sucked. Had good music, but that was about it.
Yeah, music was wicked in the 80s, wasn't it?
Parts of the '80s were good. The other parts were like, no. Nancy Reagan was all about just saying no to drugs. Look how well that inane program worked out. Gullible, I believed everything. He said, less creeps. It's, yeah. I did not like the '80s. I didn't.
Right,
I
Les.
haven't liked any decade, really, to tell you the truth.
You miserable bugger. Is Cynthia in tonight? I can't really see this. I don't think she is.
Huh?
No, haven't seen Cynthia for a while.
GC, it did come from monkeys. Most likely, it was transmitted because of people butchering monkeys for food. No, this they narrowed it down to a steward. It was a male steward who had sex with a monkey. That's what they were saying. Jeffrey Taddeo said, "Looks like Stevie Nicks is going to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist. Very cool. Yes, she's only a legend in her own time. So, you know." While a small child, they said that AIDS came from men screwing monkeys, and then coming over here and screwing women and men. Boy, was I lied to. That's what we were told back then. Patient zero. Yeah.
Mandra Phoenix. I don't know how to say your name. I'm good, thank you. I'm not bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks is only a legend in her own time. She should be inducted with Fleetwood Mac and on her own. Stevie Nicks Stevie Nicks is still the shit. I'm telling you. Her little 5'1" self. Sound like a goat everywhere. I love her.
Kiss is going on their final goodbye tour.
Who?
Kiss.
Again?
Yeah, it's goodbye again. Mind you, they're about 70 now. I think Gene Simmons is about 70. I don't know how
Who
the hell.
knows? Who knows? Bonnie Baldwin, hello. Jeffrey Taddeo, Fleetwood Mac is already in the Hall of Fame. That's what I said, as a group and as a single. '80s, Stevie Nicks was the best. She still is. I know that flight attendant story. He was very promiscuous. Monkeys that carry HIV are vicious, but people who live in Western Africa eat them. They don't have sex with them. I'm just telling you what the story was. I don't know. She was hot. Howdy, Liz fam. At 6, I had a crush on her. I never really had a crush on her. I just loved her. I still love her. To this day. I admit it. I'm a fangirl. I'm fangirling. But if she knocked on my door and asked to use the phone right now, I'd be like, holy crap, you're Stevie Nicks? And that's probably about the only stupid thing I'd say. After that, I wouldn't say nothing.
You probably would say something stupid like that as well.
I would.
Tell me, but it happened to me.
Hey, anybody ever tell you look like Stevie Nicks? And then I wanted to say no, and I'd be like, you do. I'm telling you, she is one awesome woman. I tell you what, no one full well with her. I'd be like, she's just a little bit older than me.
Hi, Connie. She was in American Horror Story a couple of seasons ago, wasn't she, Stevie Nicks? She did the Coven one. I think she did,
Yeah,
Les.
she
Which
did.
was,
She did.
I loved the first one. I loved Murder House, and I loved the second one, The Asylum. They were
Yeah.
brilliant. Wasn't able to get into the next ones.
Yeah. Stevie Nicks sing Leather and Lace and Whenever I Call You Friend is fantastic. Oh, yeah. Was it me or did the other chick in Fleetwood Mac suck? No, I loved her. I loved it when she did You Make Love and Fun. Oh, I loved her. Ooh, she's in this season 2. Ooh, Stevie Nicks is in. I haven't watched it because.
Well, I'm going to watch it because Constance is back. And I loved her. She was my favorite character. I loved her. I thought she was brilliant. But I've always liked Jessica Lange anyway. Really liked her.
Oh, yeah, same here.
And
Same
Dolly
here.
Parton. Loved Dolly as well. I loved her in Steel Magnolias. I thought she was brilliant in that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was such a good film.
Yeah, Christine McVie, yeah. Cynthia, hello. Les ma'am, hello. Chad, I'm here, but just in background, I fell over a roll of carpet today and busted my knee.
Oh,
Pretty
dear.
good. Have ice on it now, but I'm here. Oh, Trisha, hello. Love the slash hat band.
You got it.
Don't believe that is true. GC McVie never wanted to be the center of attention in the group. No, she never did. There was no need for her, really, because she wrote some good songs. And she was already in the group way before Stevie and Lindsay joined. And I like Christine McVie.
There she is there. And here in the background, oh my lord, was that you? I've hurt my knee too. You need to go on eBay and get a knee strap. You can get them now where you can cool them down or heat them up. They've got this gel on it, and it can be cool or it can be hot. I need to get a new one. But go on eBay. If you buy them from the shops, they're about 23, 24 quid. Get it on eBay. It's exactly the same thing. And take an aspirin to take the swelling down, Cynthia. If it goes black, you're going to need to get it x-rayed because it'll be a fracture. Just give me a second, lest I swig some of my poison here, please, because I'm getting a bit painful.
That's fine.
Well,
She stepped up and raised her best friend's son. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and somebody said Chrissy Hine. Did somebody say Chrissy Hine in here? No, I thought somebody said Chrissy Hine. I remember that. She married his father, albeit briefly. Yeah. Yeah, I liked them both, Stevie and Christine. Now, Lindsey Buckingham is an excellent guitarist if he'd stop it with his fucking attitude. But Lindsey Buckingham is underrated as a guitarist. He is good. But he has to have a better attitude. He is such an asshole. He truly is an asshole. Nick's Buckingham, McVie singing the other was magic, yeah. You make love and fun. Sweet, wonderful you. You make me happy with the things you do. I think they still love Stevie. I bet he does. Yeah, he was extremely controlling and abusive. They kicked him out, and he's suing them. They went on tour without him because he couldn't make up his mind, and they were wanting to go. I love all of Fleetwood Mac, but Stevie is my favorite. Saw her a couple years ago on a solo tour. Best artist of all time, David Gilmour from Pink Floyd, guitarist.
What about Tina Turner? She deserves
Hello.
Tina does.
Is anybody out There.
She is amazing.
Yeah, she had a pregnancy. She aborted Don Henley's baby. I wish she wouldn't have done that. I think Stevie would have been an awesome mom. Connie loved Leather and Lace with Don Henley. I think Stevie would make an awesome mom.
Has Tina been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
The who? What?
Has Tina Turner been inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
She should be. Like I say, she should have a Lifetime Achievement Award because that woman is phenomenal.
Still got fantastic legs at her age. Oh my god.
She did Wembley a couple of years ago, Les. I think it was Wembley, or no, it was the Millennium Stadium. And she did that, that Proud Mary.
Yeah.
You know how it starts, and you want to see she outdanced those dancers. She were kicking her legs up and singing, and my word, she's a phenomenon. I really do think I would burst into tears if I ever met Tina, because I've always loved her.
You can go to Switzerland and knock on her door. She won't care.
I think she might do. I think she might say, "Why are you here? I'm not buying it."
No, she don't mind visitors. They just leave her alone there.
Did she tell you this personally? So I'll
No,
go
she did an interview with Oprah.
I'm here from LEZ'S.
No, she did an interview with Oprah years ago. They just leave her alone. I guess she's not the only star there. I guess.
Mind you, you'd need to be a star to live in Switzerland. It's really expensive. Really, really mega expensive.
I can understand if you don't feel emotionally equipped to handle a baby loaded subject. Sorry. Some aren't. Sarah's about that baby. I just heard that Tina Turner has stomach cancer and she also had a kidney transplant. Aw. I thought Sarah was about her younger sister. I beat Tina quite often. Of course, Ika's denying all that. One of the that you would have.
They all do, don't they?
Yeah.
Never touched her. Never put a hand on her.
Well, yeah, they all say that.
Mm-hmm.
Ike's dead. I know he's dead. His last interview, he still denied it.
I hope it's not true about Tina. I hope she's all right.
Yeah. All of their sons took Ike's side when she left, even though they knew. Yeah, but they came around to Mama after he beat the fuck out of them. Mm-hmm. They came around to Mama. Sarah had to do with the baby she aborted with Henley. I really thought it was about a younger sister. I really did.
Yeah, Tom Petty. Would you remember, I think it wasn't at the beginning of 2016, we had like an epidemic of rock stars dying. There was Prince, David Bowie. It was just like a lot of people from the entertainment industry just went. Was what do you call him? Alan Rickman, Snape from the Harry Potter films.
Oh, I always thought he was cute.
I liked him.
I always thought he was cute. He should have had offspring, but he didn't want any. But yeah, I like Tom Petty, but he always reminded me of the Planters Peanut guy with teeth.
I don't know who that is. It just sounds funny.
Tom Petty from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
I know who Tom Petty is, but I don't know who the peanut butter guy is.
Oh, the Planters Peanut dude. It's the peanut for Planters Peanuts. He walks around with a cane. He has legs, arms, and a top hat. And he reminds me of that dude with teeth.
Got ya.
That's Tom Petty. Um, but Alan Rickman, yeah, I always thought he was cute. I loved him, and that's Kevin Costner movie, Robin
Prince.
Hood, when he played the sheriff of Nottingham. I thought he was just pure sexy in that movie at the time.
He was brilliant in that. He stole that entire film, didn't he?
Did he though?
Yeah,
I
I
will
think.
cut your heart out with a spoon. Oh, wouldn't a knife be better? No, because the spoon is dull and it will hurt more. It's like he did not have a smart person around him at all. Did not. I loved it.
I loved him. I loved that film as well. In fact, I watched that a couple of weeks ago.
What, Sheriff? I mean, Robin Hood?
Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Gosh. You know what it is? It seems like that we're losing a lot of these people, but they've been around since we were young,
Mm.
and we're not young anymore. I like to still think I'm 25. Truth is, I'm twice that. And these people that were older than me at 20, way older than me, are like really way older than me now.
Yeah. It was just like epidemic though, with David Bowie going just after New Year and then Prince dying. Then Alan Rickman died. There was quite a lot of people just bang, 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 bang. I remember thinking this year's cursed. It was dreadful.
I never thought David Bowie would die. I just thought that, he would just stick around, they'd keep doing surgery, and there you
Or they
go.
take him back up to his alien planet. Z.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost quite a lot of people. I think it was 2016, 16 or 15, but I know it was just like epidemic. There was just so many of them, just boom, 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 boom. Really bad
Yeah.
year.
Kurt Cobain, he died in the 90s. I remember.
Did indeed, yeah. The 5th of April, um,
Oh,
1940.
I've never forgotten what Paul Stanley, from lead singer from Kiss, said. He said he couldn't understand other rock stars being depressed when they reach the top, considering they worked their whole life for it, and then they get there and whine about it.
Yeah.
He said, either enjoy your life or don't. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
He's
I don't know
right.
how true that is, but
He's right.
um, yeah, I know I'm old when any of the guys in YouTube Rush and REM die. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
about celebrity, isn't it? They
Chester from Breaking Benjamin.
they complain.
Chester. Chester was from Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Chester was from Lincoln Park. I don't think anybody's died from Breaking Benjamin.
There was another one as well, wasn't there? There was Chester and his mate. His mate committed suicide just after him.
Did she?
He
No, 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 no. His friend died before him.
right,
His
that's
friend committed suicide before him, and he wrote that one song.
it. Hmm.
And I love that song. I love that song that he wrote for his friend. For what's his name? And then Chester, killed himself.
Yeah. Yeah, the other guy was in a band as well, wasn't it? I just can't remember who it was.
I know who he is by looking at him.
Mm.
But yeah, Chester was in Lincoln Park. I like Lincoln Park. I was so upset when Chester passed away. I was like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah,
Chris Connell, yeah, Cornell,
that's it.
yeah, yeah. But I like Lincoln Park.
But that's the thing about celebrity. They want to get there, and they talk about, oh, it was so hard to get here. We toured in buses for years and years, and then when they get there, they start to complain about the invasion of their privacy. But unfortunately, that's what comes hand in hand with it. You know, you can't have it all your own way. You've got to remember, when you sell your soul out to the public, they're always going to want you. You can't complain about it. You know, when they start this invasion of privacy and get out of my space and don't ask me for autographs, it's like, well, sorry, bird, but these people made you, you know? You can't have it both ways.
Scott Weiland, wasn't he from Stone Temple Pilots?
Yes, he was. And Velvet Revolver with Slash.
Sarah Rushton said, go back a few years. 2 members of Styx. Who died from Styx? 2 members of Boston and 1 member of Foreigner died. Yeah, I like Stone Temple Pilots too. Scott lived as long as he did. Yeah. I'm surprised he lived as long as he did too. Never wanted to be famous. He was a simple guy. Well, what did he expect to happen?
Who's Scott?
No, Kurt Cobain.
Oh. Well, for somebody that didn't want to be famous, he certainly did the circuit, and you know, he wanted to get those record deals. So I don't know. Maybe it would have been better just writing songs and selling them instead of actually performing them. I don't know.
Yeah, Chester took over singing for STP, which I did not think that was a good match at all. Anyway, I did not. I did not think Chester. Fortunately, daughter has suffered with addiction, and said, "Mom, you know what's junkies don't live long." Wow. But I didn't think Chester singing lead for STP. No, I did not think that was even. Had a stroke and John P. died from complications of alcoholism. Cynthia, I'm not a fan of Courtney either. I don't think a lot of people are. I don't even think her own daughter is.
I don't think she even likes herself, really. Yeah, there was George Michael died too. Carrie Fisher.
No.
Debbie Reynolds.
That was freaky.
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds back to back, mother-daughter.
Yep. That was very sad, wasn't it? Very, very sad.
Yeah.
And then there was that young guy. Do you remember he was in Fright Night? He was in the remake of that, and he was in the Star Trek movie, that Anton Yelchin guy. He got crushed by his own car.
No. What part did he play?
He played Spock, I think, in the Star Trek remake.
That was his name? I thought it was something else.
No, Anton Yelchin, I think it was. I'm quite sure it was Anton
Yelchin. Really? I thought it was a different name. Oh, well, then I know who you're talking about. Yeah. George Michael did not die in the 90s.
No. Talk about 2016. The
year
there's a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very tragic. He went to retrieve his post and his Jeep. There was something wrong with the parking in it. They recalled him all, and it rolled and pinned him up against his own gates. And he was there for a while, bless him, before anybody realised.
Yeah. That was a shame about George Michael. I feel sorry for him. You know, these singers, you know, like George Michael didn't feel he'd come out. You know, and it just reminds me, of course, you know, Freddie Mercury, which his movie is out now, and we've got we've got the thing on our TV to where I can watch it now since it's
Mm-hmm.
out in theaters. It's already out on our TV, so I can watch that. He asked that we not tell people he worked there. That's who he was. Oh, Yeltsin's family settled with the automobile manufacturer. I was saying George Michael made the 90s. Yeah. Dolores O'Riordan Zombie. Others have tried to sing it, but no one replaces her. Tried to sing what? Oh, I loved when she did Zombie.
The Cranberries.
Zombie, zombie, zombie. Hey, hey. Oh, oh, oh. And their bones, and their bones, and their bones. Music is good music no matter what he screws. But they felt they couldn't. I mean, look at Freddie Mercury.
Mm.
I don't think he really hit it, but he never was out with it. I wish he wanted to be a dad. He's very good with kids. I wish he would have been a father.
He was very good to cats too. He loved
He
cats.
loved his cats. He would call home when he was on the road to talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That's pretty sad.
What was sad was his partner, because they'd been in quite a stable relationship for 7 years, and he got thrown out of the house after Freddie died, and he wasn't even allowed to take the cats, and they were his and Freddie's cats, So that was quite sad. And then he died of AIDS, well, complications due to AIDS, 2010, and he caught that from Freddie.
Why were they so mean to him?
I don't
I
know.
mean, granted, Freddie left almost everything to that girl.
It was her that put him on.
Oh my God, why would she do that?
I don't know. But he was in a very, they nursed Freddie at the end. The press said Freddie died alone. Freddie didn't die alone. His partner of 7 years was with him. Basically in his arms, This guy was traumatized. He'd lost his partner. He'd contracted a disease that was going to kill him. His whole life was thrown upside down, and she had him forcibly removed.
Man, that is one cold-hearted bitch.
She didn't even give him time to pack. She had him forcibly removed, and he asked for the cats, and he was told he'd be arrested if he went back near the property to retrieve his belongings or the cats. So she packed up all his stuff in boxes and just set it outside, which was very cold.
Yeah. I mean, come on. She got everything he owned, pretty much.
Yeah. I would say there was jealousy there. But I know that Brian May and Roger Taylor did their best to, give him his place. And they went on TV a week after Freddie died to say that Freddie had a very stable relationship, and it was nonsense what the press were saying, because they were made out that Freddie died because of the cat's toxoplasmosis. And it had, infected him because he was compromised with AIDS. So Brian and Roger went on national television to say, no, hang on a minute, it was nothing. Freddie died because he stopped taking his medicine, and he didn't die alone, and he didn't die in squalor. The house was immaculate, and there were 2 male nurses there along with his longtime partner. But the press did try to make a lot more, they made it more tragic than what it was. And then Mary Austin had, I can't remember his name, Irish guy. It came from Ireland. He'd been married. He had a couple of kids, and then he realized he was gay. He moved to London, and that's when he met Fred. He was a hairdresser. But no, they had a very loving relationship, and he basically got nothing and got thrown out into the street and treated like an outcast.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it was very cold, and I know that they make a lot about Freddie and Mary's relationship to start with, but I do think he should have been included. He should get
I do
tough.
too.
She does.
Mm. The early AIDS medication had horrific side effects. The modern ones are no fun to be on either. Yeah. Happened so many times back in the day with AIDS. Yeah. Well, shit, Magic Johnson. How long has he lived with HIV with good medications and stuff? Oh, I've been. Oh.
Jim Hutton,
Oh.
name Jim Hutton. That was Freddie's partner.
He was kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, tell me a story about Keith Richards, says Cynthia.
I don't know any about Keith. Mum was more friendly with the guy that died and Mick himself. There was a big artsy like gaggle of them, and my mum was into graphic design and drawings, and that was what she wanted to do. And they'd met at art college, so she was quite good mates with him. And her cousin was a massive Rolling Stones fan. And of course, with mum living in London and being close to them, she fell out with mum. Didn't talk to her for a good 2 3 years. Fell out with her over this friendship, but it was only like friendship, platonic friendship. There was nothing else in it. My mum was an old-fashioned Irish girl, but she was good friends with the Stones, and you probably won't believe this, but the truth is, my mother and Yoko Ono had quite an artistic rivalry between them.
Oh, I can believe it.
Hmm Yoko didn't like, Mum didn't like Yoko either. But yeah, both my parents were involved in the entertainment industry, but at completely different times and in completely different departments. They met by pure accident. It wasn't like the entertainment industry brought them together. But yeah, they both had their stories. But yeah, my mum was a friend of the Rolling Stones in the 60s. And they were all young, hip things hanging out together.
I just love the pictures of Keith now. You just have a skeleton with a cigarette out its mouth and a bandana on its skull.
Keith.
That's Keith Richards now. I've seen a couple of pictures of him like that. um,
The camera that she used to take pictures of them, it was one of those old ones that pulled out at the front.
yeah, Polaroid.
Yeah, you pulled it out, took black and white pictures. So she used to develop the pictures of them. Is there any left in that? Wouldn't bloody surprise
Hello,
me.
Mr. Roger Vlogs. Hello, welcome to the lounge.
Where is our friend Peter?
I don't know. I have no idea.
And Dr. Koala? Where's Koala?
Oh, Dr. Koala listens.
I hope she does. Koala, we miss you. Koala, koala, koala's in the rain. No forgiving. Make a little appearance, Koala, because we miss you.
Sarah Rushton, you have a good night. Thank you for coming in.
Yes, good night and sweet dreams.
Mr. Rocker. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Trisha says I love that song. Bam.
Koalas in the rain, koala, koala. No fucks given, koala, koala. She picked a good one with that, didn't she? It's catchy. She's a sweet little thing. She's a dear little girl, Dr. Koala. I'm very fond of her.
mm. Bam, your mom's still alive. She sounds cool.
Unfortunately, no, she's not.
No.
She was very cool. She was ice cool, and so was my granny. My granny was 99 years old and she got her belly button pierced.
Well, that's one thing off her list.
Granny was badass. She was badass. Mum was tamer than my gran, but yeah, she hung around with the Stones and bickered with Yoko Ono. She didn't like Linda McCartney either. She didn't like her.
Why didn't you like Linda McCartney?
I think it was because of the photographs, because Linda was a photographer to start with.
Ooh, yeah.
So nepotism, you see, Linda was able to sell houses and do write-ups where Mum wasn't. She, I don't know, I think Mum had a bit of moral background. But my mother did do an original drawing that she sold, and she sold the copyright for, that was used for television adverts here.
Ooh, I remember that.
For it, but it was Mum's her original drawing, and she was able to buy a flat in Chelsea. That was where she lived, and then my gran kind of made her go back to Northern Ireland, and she sold her flat in Chelsea. And if she'd kept it now, I'd probably getting £2 million a week rent from someone.
Yeah, tell me about it. Go and Clark, hello. Connie said she liked Linda strange enough. I think I loved her because Paul loved her, or seemed to love her so much, although she could not sing, bless her heart. Oh, she's a lovely person, can't sing, bless her heart. She sounds like a cat on a hot tin roof, bless her heart.
She sounds like a cat being castrated. Bless her.
Clark's, how y'all doing? I'm doing good. Clark, you notice I've got things rearranged. It won't be too long now, and I'll have my green screen up behind me. I can actually turn the right way. Want to play the mean tambourine? Hell yeah. And we'll get the TV set up right over there. So while I'm sitting here doing research, I can watch TV.
That makes sense.
Do two things at once.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll believe this when we see it.
You will.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
You'll see it.
There's a miracle going on in LEZ'S Lounge.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
I'll see it because it will be a miracle.
You'll see it.
I'll
Love your nails, Bam, says Clark.
Thank you, Clark. These are my Halloween green. And I like which I think I'll keep them that color.
No, jeez. I'll keep mine all natural. I'll keep mine all natural.
No, I like mine. People ask me if they're false. No, they're not. They're real.
Sure about that?
I just wear rubber gloves. I try to keep them as dry as possible, and I rub coconut oil on them at nights to try and, stop them from breaking and splitting. I don't like false nails. Yeah, it rained, cats and dogs. Rains here every bloody year. We get used to it.
Yay. So let's see. Halloween was a bust here. Rain, cats, and dogs, says Connie.
GC Yoko was a piece of crap. Yeah, I think my mum would agree with you.
Well, so what's up tonight? Absolutely nothing. Just decided to have an old fashioned live stream.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Even Peter hasn't rung. We were hoping we were going to hear from him.
Who knows?
LEZ'S new method of telecommunication.
Yeah.
As you've been on 80 minutes. Have we been on that long?
Probably. We've been on longer than I wanted to. But that's all right. We're having a nice conversation. Miss Notes, hello.
I didn't think we were on that long. I thought we'd only been on about an hour.
No, time flies usually.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh. You see, I said I had to beat some little kid up who tried to rob from Craigslist. That was my Halloween. Oh my god. Oh, Miss Know It Some. Hi, babe. Oh. So it says with my monitor. I don't know.
Yeah, we've not noticed.
No, I usually don't pay attention really. Oh my god. So what do you guys what do you want to talk about now? You have anything on your mind, Bam?
Have I got anything on my mind?
Yeah.
Cobwebs? Wee sweetie mouse running around there? No, not really. No, I don't think. I don't think there's anything. Nope. Have you got anything on your mind?
I always have crap on my mind. It's just that whether it's worth talking about, it's a different story.
Well, go on then. We'll tell you.
I don't know anything that's worth talking about, really.
Smash or trash? Smash means we talk about it. Trash means we've been up.
I'm looking at that mess on the table there and hoping I can separate all the wires and what the hell goes to what. That's one of them.
Can't help you with that, Doc. What about those kids in Indiana? Have you heard any more about those children?
No. No. Well, just that one. Well, I don't know. One, maybe Cynthia knows. One, I heard that the boy died, and the other one said that he's awake and talking and laughing.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know what on here. Halloween, doorbell rang, no knocks, but then I had house dark. Damn. My weekend's pretty good.
Do you know what I wanted to ask? Maybe some of your chats will know because I don't get much news about it here. Can you remember those two kids that were killed in Indiana? It'll be 2 years, I think, on Valentine's Day. The Delphi murders. Has there been any updates on that? Has there been anything released recently?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Right. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That went cold so quick.
Yeah. Still no update.
No.
They're talking about the girl. She's going to do time for sure. Yeah. but apparently Cynthia left, so her knee just couldn't take it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Probably
so
need a freezer.
I'll tell you what, plain everyday shit will kill an old person. Fresh air will kill a smoker, and a piece of bread will kill a anorexic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do need to hit her with a car.
What happened? What?
No, the one that hit the lady who hit the three kids, she needs to be hit with a car.
Oh, right. Got you.
Oh,
Didn't know it was a
yeah.
woman.
So
Well, I'm glad that little lad's all right. What did she do? Did she pull out in front of the...
she what?
Did she pull out in front of the bus or what?
No, she was driving down the road. Said she saw the flashing lights. Didn't realize it was attached to a bus until the kids were in front of her and she hit them. And then she realized it was a bus.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
like, didn't you see the big yellow thing in front of it?
Mm-hmm. Was she inebriated at the time?
No, it was 7:15 in the morning. Did she run them down? Yeah. I had the pictures up the other day when I was covering it.
Mm.
I had the pictures up. Destroyed that truck. Totally destroyed it. Totally destroyed that truck.
Shocking.
And that was just a 9-year-old girl and two 6-year-old boys. And their brothers and sister. They were all related.
Mm.
Let's know that someone's got to get some things finished. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Does that mean you're leaving? Or you're going to listen? She wasn't paying attention. I swear she had to have been on her phone. How could you not notice that?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
anyway, I was wanting to see how the boy was, but apparently, like I said, Cynthia is gone. Could be. She could have been yelling at her kids. I don't know, but I know one thing. I was going to do an update, so maybe if Cynthia comes back, I can find out.
From the night
We
before.
can ask her. I think she lives somewhere near there. But no, anybody have anything they want to talk about? It's an
Yeah.
old-fashioned live stream. Bam and I will try our best. She was yelling at her kids, give her 10 flat. I think she could get more than that, but I mean, they are children. She works for a child advocacy agency at a church. Yeah.
I wonder if she was still drunk from the night before. I wonder if she'd had, a barrel of ale or what the night before.
Mm, no job for her today. She went to work right after the accident. As soon as they released her, they came and got her and took her to work. She went to pray, though.
Doesn't bear.
No, she was not drunk. No, she stayed there talking to the cops. She did not. She did not drive off. Although the condition of that truck, she wasn't going nowhere. That truck was messed up. It was jacked. Yeah.
Awful.
So, does anybody have anything they want to talk about in here? If not, then Bam and I can go on just talking bullshit.
No, there don't seem to be any questions.
Well, there is a lag between me and the chat.
Yeah. No, someone's asked, was she drunk? No, she. Was she drunk? No, not that we know. I'm just surmising.
No, she was not drunk. She just didn't care.
Yeah.
That's all there was to it. Can you imagine going through her mind? Yeah. Yeah. That was one of the first thing I said was, "Oh my God, she had kids in the truck. Are they okay?" They're going to need therapy. But free therapy has been offered to all the first responders and everything. Throughout the whole entire school system and all that. I kind of got pissy. She was they let her go. They picked her up at work. She was arrested. She got out on 15. Well, it was 15. Her bail was set 15,000. She got out on bond, paid 1,500, and she was home the next morning or later that day or something. I forget how it goes. But
Dreadful.
Well,
Absolutely shocking.
she was like she wouldn't. Well, in New York City, I doubt she can go 50 miles an hour through New York streets of New York City. At 7:15 in the morning. No, with everything I've ever seen or heard about it. Of course, I don't live in New York City, so Bame's texting someone.
I'm not. I'm replying on Twitter.
Oh, she's texting someone.
It's Juan Martinez, the prosecutor that put Arias away. He's been pulled up on another jumped up charge, disciplinary action. And I'd said something, I didn't say who has brought him up. And I said, is it the same, deformed freak that's caused him all this trouble before? And some bloke has said, have you ever seen, what was it he said? Hang on a minute, I'll read it out to you. Ever seen that mangled snatch she has? It looks like a severed penis or something, poor Travis. And I'm saying it looks like the face hugger from Alien.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Joni Arias.
Joyride, hello.
She had lots of pictures of her in other regions that were put up in court. And, she's there's something not right down there. I mean, actually, it looks like the face hugger from Alien. And that's what that dude saying to me, because I said, is it the deformed freak? He said, have you ever seen her mangled snatch? What a lovely a lovely thing to do. Send images of yourself like that around to people. Horrible woman. That's another one that will not see the light of day ever again. Thank goodness.
Well, thank God. I still want to have that lady on here.
Yeah, Shanna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judith Espinoza, hello.
Hi, Judith. Show us, GC says. Well, I can't because Les will get a strike. But if you just... oh, I hate to even say her name. Jodi Arias, naked pictures. These are what were put up in court on a big, 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 big screen while her mother and her grandmother and her brother were there. And of course, she's sitting, smirking at the prosecutor, trying to outsmart the prosecutor. I mean, she is just the most disgusting person that's ever. I just can't find enough bad words to say about her. She's so fake, even her vocabulary and her grammar. She were trying to appear like she was intelligent, but she was using the grammar all wrong.
Oh. Yeah. No, I've never heard of Patty Moriarty. There was a study released the other day in Indianapolis. There was about 3,000 vehicles that went past a bus in one day alone. Yeah. Yep. It's just not Indiana. It's all over. It's all over.
Oh, guys, there's one thing I must tell you. Is anybody that likes horror, if you've got Netflix, watch that The Haunting of Hill House. It's actually not bad. Not bad at all. It's supposed to be really, really scary, and I don't find it really, really scary. But it's really not bad at all. Not a bad view. Quite enjoyed it.
Sure about that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I enjoyed a lot of it. But you can tell where they got some of their ideas for Murder House from, from the American Horror Story.
Oh, well.
This was originally written in 1959. But they've adapted it, brought it up to date. It's not bad.
There was a woman who runs a hamburger patty place who hated him. Who, Patty Moriarty? Now you know why our burgers are so good. Ew. Ew, I can just imagine. Ew.
So is that
Ew.
from the burger stall and was cooking people in the burger stall? Is that who this is?
I've never heard of it. I don't know. I really don't know. Couldn't tell you.
See the Babadook. That was crap. That was silly. And that child was the most annoying child. Oh, if I'd have been the monster in that film, I'd have ran away from that house when that bloody kid moved in. Very dislikable child. But that was what the character was made to be. I'm sure he's a lovely kid in real life, but the character was an awful character. But I didn't like the Babadook. I didn't find it scary. No, the Haunting of Hill House isn't bad. You can tell where the house on Haunted Hill has come from, and the murder house. There's you can see a lot of connections in them, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Kid was sickly looking. I've never seen it.
Babadook.
Cotton Clark says that's what they're leaning to. Yeah, mighty good eats. Mm-mm-mm. No. I don't watch much TV. That's why I want to hook that thing up. Hook that sucker up right there and do two things at once. At once. Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be putting a video out, you guys, about it's totally off subject. Antarctic fish. The fish in the Antarctic. I had to do a whole thing, just a whole thing on the Antarctica. Dead serious.
That would be interesting.
Patty lives 6 hours south of Darwin. They say it's the last continent to be so-called discovered, but I'm sitting there thinking, there's maps of that shit, of that continent where it was already discovered. It just got a mile-high ice pack on it. That's all. I think it's a half mile thick. something like that. The ice pack on top of that. But I'll watch my Blu-ray movies or my DVDs. Yeah. But I gotta watch Making of a Murderer, and I'm gonna watch Married to Medicine. Do one on polar bears. I am. I am over the winter. I'm going to do one on polar bears. Yes. They say if that ice melts, diseases from hundreds of million years ago will get us sick. If that ice melts, because it's like most of the world's ice, if that ice melts, we're not going to be here.
Yeah, the polar caps are melting. There is some semblance of truth in what he's saying. There's bacteria that are trapped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if they get into the water, we don't know what viruses will come along with them, so they could be airborne. So there is a bit of a risk with the polar caps melting.
I already did a thing on Evil Genius, though. But I promised Joe I'd watch Making a Murderer. And because he wants to discuss it. Which I'm already on the Stephen Avery case anyway. But, yeah. So, and then, but, yeah, that's why you want it in the wintertime. That's why I really miss the really cold winters, because it kills shit that we shouldn't even be having at summertime. It kills it. It's supposed to.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly correct. And because we're heating up, bacteria and viruses are surviving, and that's why they say that they're getting resistant. And well, it's not that they're getting resistant, they're just not getting killed off, and they're getting stronger.
Yeah. Trisha said there's a conspiracy theory that Hitler didn't kill himself and actually escaped to Antarctica. Well, yeah. Lieutenant Byrd, who's from this country, has said that he's been inside, been down in, flew down through there, and went into the Earth's core, and there's a whole civilization going on down there. I don't know. I say let's drill and find out. I say we drill it. I don't know. We're gonna see how interesting it is.
Well, we'll send you out there with a Black and Decker. You can start drilling. You can live stream from there every night and let us know how you're getting on. Right? You find any fugitives yet, Les? Nope. Do you find any civilizations? I don't know. I'll get back to you. Made a new friend.
I don't know. There's some weird creatures over here. Make sure New Zealand's ready for me, because I have a feeling I'll be in the hospital in a few days.
What she's not telling you, she makes the psychiatric part of it. Hang on until I go and turn the heating off here, because my son is determined to suffocate me in my own room.
Probably.
Griffin? What have I told you about that heating, dear?
Leave it alone. I'm going to suffocate.
Yeah.
Les, have you voted yet? No. It's not time. I don't vote early. I just go to the thing and do it. Good money made there on jobs. Yeah, there is. I'll nurse you to health when you end up in New Zealand. Okay, Trisha, that'll work. That'll work for me. Yeah. Lord knows we're going to need it. God. I think mine will fall off. It's really cold.
What's going to...
Although who knows? We might find Aquaman over there down there in the Antarctic. You know, it's much warmer at the bottom than it is at the top of the waters there.
Well, we'll get you a bikini and you can go
I don't
skinny.
think so. It's not that warm. No.
Once
No.
you've been a drilling, you can go for a swim. You know, to rinse yourself off.
No, that's
You
okay.
can live stream that as well.
That's all right. I don't need to go there.
See, now look at the content that you're getting here.
No. I don't need to go there. No.
Right, I think that would be a ratings buster, that, Les.
That ain't worth it. I'm sorry. That ain't worth it. No. It's not. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Ain't happening. Not playing.
Huh?
Yeah, it ain't happening. You're not playing.
That ain't happening. Not worth it.
We'll have to think of something else.
Well,
There might be an alien craft under there, you know.
I'm sure there are. Apparently, there's many civilizations down there.
That'll explain a lot.
What the hell? But I'm going to do the fishies there because they got like not actual antifreeze, but kind of like antifreeze blood and transparent and shit, just so they can survive.
I know they've got big, like, tentacles with eyeballs and all on the end of them, don't they? Amazing.
What? No, not in the Antarctic.
Yes, they do. You play along with my imagination, for goodness sake.
Okay.
But actually, it's way down in the ocean. But I thought I could have incorporated them into the Antarctic there. And get your Greenland shark out there as well, Les.
Oh my god. Anywho, in Colorado, Rocky Mountains, it's something like 25, 30 below zero. Had to take paneling off walls and run fans. Gray like hell, water piped, didn't freeze. Damn. I believe there are other civilizations besides us. Yeah, they have Arctic sharks, they have Arctic whales, squid, all that, seals, penguins. The Antarctic. Yeah, they have all that.
All sorts of thingies.
Yeah, Bam's making a lot of noise over there, folks. I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
She's trying to find her toy. She's trying to find her toy box.
Yeah, it's called a cup of tea. The only pleasure I get. Might as well be a cup. What I'm doing, making
It's the cup of tea box.
It is.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a series on sharks.
That'll be enjoyable.
Clark says, Arctic women, I'm there. Cold to the touch.
That's me.
That's Bam.
I'm cold.
I'm about ready to get under the covers. I'm cold. I need to get under the covers.
It actually is really, really freezing here at the minute. We've had a couple of snowfall as well, which is not good because it's quite early for us to be getting snow. So I think we could be in for a really bad winter this year.
I think we're going to have a bad winter.
Yeah, I'm bloody dreading it.
I probably wouldn't be so cold if it wasn't for the freaking wet.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. I don't do well in the cold weather.
That's the wet. It's been rainy and freaking cold. I can't shake it. Like, I'm about ready to wrap this blanket around me here in a minute.
Hope loves the cold. You know, I tell her about over here, and she goes, "Oh, I would love that." And I'm like, "It's freezing though. You get, arthritis, and your hands crack, and you wake up with your nose cold in the morning. Oh, I'd love that. Is it raining outside? Yeah, it's always raining and it's freezing. Oh, that's my favorite weather."
Ew, not rainy, freezing. No.
Yeah, she loves all that.
Mm-mm.
She complains all summer long. You know, I love it. I'm laid out the back making myself to a crisp.
Mm.
And she's, oh, I can't wait till it's freezing. I love it. I love it.
Just
Yeah.
be me. Hello. Says Montana is cold. Winter is coming. Snowing on the passes. Yeah, I heard it was out there. I heard it's already snowing out in the west.
Griffin, what would you do without me?
Peaceful.
Peaceful, my balls. Would you?
Right, where's your sleeping?
Please, may I have some of these things of yours, Mum? Okay,
There's
Griffin.
a paper and a filter. They're less than a penny each.
Yeah, it's still my pennies that paid for them, plus all that tobacco that you've nicked on me.
Greggy, you have a good night, hon. Thank you for coming in.
My child is so sweet.
Mine's not that great.
Is it starting to get to that time, dear?
What time?
Where you need to go?
No, not really.
All right.
Enjoy your streams. This is my second. Oh, well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for being here.
Hell yeah. I'm going to get ready to there's a few series I'm working on, so that ought to be interesting. We're gonna see.
Spill the tea, Bam. What's in that toy box? It actually is tea, and if I spill it, I'll be pretty pissed off since I've had to go down and make it.
She's got a rubber band in there, some duct tape.
The kill kit.
Yeah.
Good night, Greg.
Yeah. So she's got a few things in her little toy box.
Gun, knife, bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Swords and shields. Swords and shields.
Lawn darts. Oh, lawn darts. Oh my god. Yeah. Ooh, duct tape. But yeah, so she can tape the people's mouths shut while she's robbing their houses.
Yeah, that's it.
Her black gloves.
My secrets are
glass cutters.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. And some tea for them. So when she's done, she can leave him a cup of tea.
Flask of tea and a scone. GC, I wanted to catch up with you about this what do you call him? Long Island killer. Yeah, we still haven't forgot. Don't worry, we haven't forgot.
Nope. Not at all.
Up. I know that you were interested in us covering that, but we're definitely still going to do that one.
Yes. Yes, of course.
It's very cool, isn't it? There's so many avenues to explore. I know I do find that doctor guy very strange. That guy is crazy.
Nuts. Bonafide.
Absolute Fruit Loop. Did you see him whenever he offered to speak to the press, and then when the press come, he said that they were harassing him and he faked a heart attack. And it wasn't even a good fake. You know, it was like something you'd do at school. I thought, how the fuck did you ever get through medical school? I really have no idea. What? Mm-hmm. Doctor is creepy. Yes, he's creepy and he's crazy. He's all of those things, but he's nuts.
Bonafide crazy.
Pardon?
Bonafide crazy.
Definitely. Definitely wouldn't surprise me if he's like, if there's some weird crime that he's committing. I'm not going to point the finger at him and say I think it's him. I can't really get enough information on it here, but he's too involved in it.
Just Be Me. We're talking about the case of the Long Island Killer, and there was a doctor that inserted himself into the investigation, or inserted himself into the situation, and now he's denying that he ever knew one of the girls at all.
Right.
When she was supposedly at his house.
Yeah, and there was trace calls, weren't there? There were trace calls to him.
Something like that, yeah. If he's not the one, he probably knows who.
That's what I was alluding to. He's watching. And that guy's weird. But it was the fake falling over at the car and what, you know, it was like, oh my goodness, that was cringeworthy.
So I'm going to be doing a thing on him, Just Be Me. I'm going to do a thing on him. It just splinters off into a bunch of little things. So I want to make it cohesive to where people can understand what's going on with that. Joe Sanderson, hello. Yeah, because I'm going to be doing a small series on him, on the Long Island Killer. I just want to do it right.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I have visuals and everything. So be on the lookout for that.
We've not forgotten.
So, yeah. What are some things y'all would like to see me do? Just like, oh my God, I caught you live. Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Keep watching. Things are okay. Of course, got my granddaughter here again this weekend, and geezy cow, I think she gets older every time she comes. She's not believing any of the kids' stuff I used to do. Anna Grissom, hello. Oh my God, she was trying to teach me how to dance today, Bam. It was so funny. No, Gamma, like this. I guess her and I don't want it. It's the only way I can say it, but I guess I can say it. Her inner darkness is coming out.
Yeah, a natural rhythm.
Yeah.
Got you.
No, Gamma, it's like this. So she was literally took me by the hands, and she's like, "You turn this way," and she turned my. No, your leg stay there, and you do this, and and then you go this way and do this. So I said, okay. So I was doing it. All right. So a little bit later, I'm cooking dinner. She comes in, and she's singing, and so I start doing the dance. No, Gamma. She wants to just no, Gamma. Just like that. And I'm like, how is it now? She's got another way for me to dance. I'm like, okay. I was like, girl, you dance like I do, so stop. But no, her inner soul is coming out. So now it's like, oh crap. So you can imagine me being 67. Imagine years from now. She's like, no, Gamma, how many times got to tell you this? It's like this. And I'll be like, girl, I am not going up down no damn pole. I don't think so.
Doing head spins and everything else.
She'll have me doing it. She'll have me doing it. Hi, Les, Bam. Ever heard of the Erickson twins? No, I have not.
Erickson twins.
No, I've never heard of them.
Remind me.
I showed my 21-year-old how to two-step. It was fun, but remembered why I did that in my 20s. Oh my God. I taught her the tush push. Oh my God. I don't think white people should be dancing, period. Those would be like, oh, heck, no, I don't bend that way. She was, oh my gosh, she was a little turd. And none of this kid stuff works. I'd be like, Nina, your gamma friend's calling you. No, she's not. Yes, she is. She's at work. No, she's calling you. Gamma Lily, I don't think so. I can't do that anymore. I used to be able to do that. I can't. But she was listening. Oh my God, I don't know how she does this. We were watching Pitch Perfect. And it was on right after Frozen. Because, I don't ever see that enough. And she can't tell me she can't. She said, just Google them. Red freckles, hello. And I will. She can tell me she can't read because I'm going through the directory and I'm just scrolling and she's like, Frozen! I'm like, where? She can't tell me. I said, you can read that word, huh? I said, so why can't you read your school words? And she took her blanket, which is a Elsa and Anna blanket. And she said, look, and took the tag and it says Frozen on the tag. So how many times have you seen Frozen? Are we going by weekends? Or are we going by year since it came out? I don't know. But I know one thing. I know it by heart. When you're able to reach stuff, you hide on top of the fridge, it's over. Thank God I got a ways. But hopefully she doesn't realize we have a step stool. Because above the fridge is a cupboard and she was wanting snacks. I'm like, girl, I am making dinner. Since the beginning of time, I have lost track. I can tell you in the month of November, I've only seen the movie twice. In the month of November. Anna Grissom's cable is working. Hallmark Channel. Yay. Yay.
My kids were like that with Toy Story.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting outside having a smoke, wishing I was warm inside like you two. I'm cold.
I'm boiling.
I've never seen Frozen, but thanks to my niece, I basically know all the words. Well, yeah, we were watching Pitch Perfect. And there was this song in there where this girl is sitting on stage. She's going to audition, right? Well, she does this thing with the cup. And she sings the song. Nina heard that just that one freaking time. Next thing I know, she takes her cup from her kitchen, dumps out all the crap that's on the floor. Because, Gamma will pick it up. And she dumps everything out on the floor, sits in her chair, and does the thing with the cup. And she doesn't say the words, but she is acting like she's singing the words, of course, as she heard them, and was going along with the melody. And she was doing the thing with the cup. And I'm like, you can do that, but you can't pick your socks up or you can't find them? Really?
That's like my son. He can master any bit of technology you give him. He can edit, he can make adverts and sell them, he can drive a car, he can play on any game console that you give him, but he can't work the washing machine or the Hoover. Very strange.
I know. Isn't that weird? No, she's beautiful. I tell her she's cute. She looks at me like, Gamma. I was like, you're my little cutie. Gamma. But while we're watching the end of the movie before Rosa came on, it was a Cameron Diaz movie, it had Jude Law in it. And she sits there and she says, she said, how did she put it? She didn't say him or her. Said, no, I think they're cute. And I said, who? I said, that guy? And she went, yeah, but she wasn't looking at me. And she looked at TV. She said, no, not him. Her. I was like, oh great, she's gonna want to be Cameron Diaz next. I can see it now. She's gonna want to be just like her. Where's my blue eyes? Where's my blonde hair?
You don't see Cameron Diaz in many movies anymore. Sure, you don't.
It's an old movie. It's an older movie.
Mm-hmm.
GC says Mike steals my cash weekly. She's beautiful. Thank you, Trisha. Clark says, Liz, I got one for you. Markeith Lloyd. I'll look that one up too. Joe says, Bam, I think my 20-year-old washing machine is dying.
Right.
Just
get a new one and insure it. It should only cost you $5 or $6 a week, but make sure that you get an insurance policy for it, because I got a brand new Hoover washing machine 2 years ago. It was on sale, cost £500, and I had the engineer out 8 times for it. On the 8th visit, I started to cry, and I said, can you write it off for me? And they ended up writing it off for me and giving me a new machine. So make sure you take that insurance policy out, because honestly, you know, when your machine's breaking down like that, it's absolute nightmare. Les, I'll tell you, I was really, it was really getting me down, the carry on of that thing in here. 8 times for a brand new machine.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. The policy was one that actually worked.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, so you're just traumatizing me, giving me PTSD, remembering all the times that fucking machine of mine were playing up. I'll get you back for this. Are you the one that don't like ghosts? Revenge. Sorry, let's go.
No, I'm sorry. I was letting Just Be Me and Jeffrey Taddeo. Now that you said the title, yeah, it's the movie was The Holiday. Caught to like the last 10 minutes of it. What's 500 pounds in American money? Over $600. I can tell that.
Yeah, it was expensive. It was expensive. Me and the mechanic, we were on first name terms.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been here that bloody often. You know, I'm not traumatized. I only use the new machine once a week. I'm frightened. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sad. Oh, my granddaughter said another thing with Cameron Diaz and Jude Law. You know how they smooch? She said, yeah, I about lost it. She said, stop that. That belonged in the bedroom. I was like, that's my baby. That's my baby. That belongs in the bedroom.
So it is Joe that's scared of ghosts. Maybe I
There's
should
a few of them in here that are.
About the hooded man ritual. Maybe tell you about the elevator ritual.
How about a used washer for $135 3 years ago and it's still going strong? Yeah.
The machine was brilliant. It was a Creta. And, you know, it was a good 15 years old, and it was still going when I moved from Belfast to Scotland, and I actually gave it to my friend. It wouldn't surprise me if the bloody thing's still going. Do you know, I've got a mixing machine down there. I think it's Kenwood, and it was made in 1967, and it still works. I still use it to bake.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's still working. It's absolutely, but they don't make things like they used to. They used to take pride and put a bit of effort into things. So the hooded man ritual, there's a few things on YouTube about this, and what happens is you get a cradle phone and you get 2 bits of black string and you tie them to the handset, and you pick the handset up and you dial certain numbers, but the numbers are the same numbers that are in the book of Revelations. They all are equal to certain chapters in the book of Revelations, talking about the end of the world. So you dial this number and you sound like a cab. And then with the string, you put the cradle back down. 10 minutes later, a black cab appears at your door. So you get into the cab, and whatever supernatural forces are there, it makes you fall asleep in the cab. And when you wake up, it's exactly 3:10 in the morning, which is the opposite of the Holy Trinity. And then the cab takes off. And you start to see familiarity, and then suddenly you're on a motorway, but you're in a different realm. And sometimes the cab will stop and other passengers get in, but you mustn't speak to them, because if you do, they follow you back to this world where we are. And when you get too scared, you say, "My journey is ended," and bang, you wake up in your own home. And then you've got to do another ritual where you burn the string and you bury it in the garden with some salt. And you say, "Thank you for the cab ride." Because if you don't say thank you, you're leaving it open. So whatever realm you went to, things can follow you into your own realm. And I remember reading about this, Joe. And I was finding this fascinating. And my son came into me and he said, "Do you want a cup of tea?" And I said, "That'd be lovely, thank you." So he toddles off downstairs to make a cup of tea. And the outside light flashed. And I thought, that's a bit strange. It's a street light. Griffin comes back upstairs with the tea. And he said, "You know, the whole time I was downstairs," he said, "I got the feeling that someone was watching me." And I'm thinking, well, I'm reading about this very strange ritual. And, you know, the lamp outside flickers and Griffin gets a funny feeling. And one of the things about the ritual is when you finish it, bang, you go to sleep. You go completely unconscious. So the next thing was Griffin is shaking me. And he said, "Mum, it's Tuesday. You've been asleep for 15 hours. The tea was still beside my bed. And I had slept for 15 hours. I was dehydrated when I woke up. I was also in morphine withdrawal." So, you know, coincidence, of course, we can put it down to coincidence. But, you know, there just could be that little element that realized that I was reading about it, and it kind of decided to wink its eye at me, Joe Hansen. So the next time you start to wind me up about my washing machine, just remember I'm full of these stories.
Oh my god. PMDB, hello.
Or Joe Sanderson. Did I get your name wrong? Joe Sanderson, sorry. I'll make sure I'll say your name right. Just don't look at that street lamp, Joe, just in case.
Mm-mm-mm.
What do you say? She'll put me on block and never speak to me again. And fucking Bob gave me nightmares for weeks.
I ain't saying a word. Not a
Wouldn't be
word.
her lights blue in the house tonight. She'd curse me forever.
Oh, yes, you probably will.
I can't see the street from here, but yeah, but you've got lights in the house, don't you?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
There's no black cabs in New Zealand. I'm good. Well, you just be careful, because there's Uber drivers now, and you know it could be just an ordinary black car. So you look out your window when you see one of those black cars. I'm sorry for winding Bam up about our washing machine. I'll not do it again. Hooded man.
There you go.
Now those things fascinate me.
Zorg, you have a good night, hon. You take care.
Who's going?
Zorg.
Good night, Zorg.
Ouch. God. Oh gosh. It's getting late.
Yeah, Clark, read it, the Hooded Man ritual. You'll get a lot of it pops up on your Google, but ignore the Reddit posts, because they're all, you know, written by people that I don't know, they're probably an occupational therapy room in the psychiatric unit. Not cases. There's one woman writes on and she's pretending, she's stuck in the alternative realm. And there's actually some poor buggers that are reading all this shite on Reddit, believe her. They wonder why folk like me are standoffish. There's your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, let me see what these people are saying. Washing machine. Who would have thought? I know, look what you've started for yourself now. You'll be scared to look at lights for the rest of your days. His car was black and he had a freak accident. Well, don't worry, because this Uber, this driver of this haunted cab he wears a hood, and you're not to engage with him. You're just to say my destination is ended, and then bang, supposedly you're back in your room. But there was the Alyssa Lamb murder, and she was that student that was found on the rooftop in the water butts, and they had to drill the water butts to get her out. There's no explanation as to how she got in there. But if you watch the video footage of her, it looks like she's running away from someone. And then she starts to press the buttons in the elevator, almost like she's pressing them in sequence. Well, the elevator game, again, the numbers that you've got to press, it's the same kind of thing. You press the sequence of numbers in an elevator that's got 13 floors. And you go up, you go down, and then on the third journey, you're supposedly in an alternative reality. But she was pressing these numbers as if she was pressing a sequence. And those numbers, again, from the book of Revelations, it's about when the water starts to rise. Or she was found in the water butts. And if you watch the video evidence of her, she's doing this, she's doing movements. It's almost like she's pushing water away from herself, and she's hiding. You can see that she's, well, then probably in her imagination she thinks that someone's chasing her. But if you watch her eyes, you can see that she looks like she's making eye contact with someone. Very strange.
It's okay, boo. Hello. What you doing, boo-boo? Let's look up twins killing their twin wackos. That's odd. They say a twin can't live without their twin, or if they do, there's something missing in their life.
Creeping you out. Well, it's just, whatever way you want to take it. I wouldn't meddle with them, though. I know that things have started from somewhere. The original game, they call it now the Game of Kings. And it started in medieval times, and it was known as the Game of... So, I wouldn't meddle.
Yep.
But yeah, the Alyssa Lamb thing, because she'd been in the water, everyone that was in the hotel had to get... they got put on antibiotics, because they were drinking contaminated water. And the strange thing about it was the antibiotic was a new antibiotic. And what it was actually called was Lamb, Alyssa. And her name was Alyssa Lamb. So there's something very, very sinister about the Alyssa Lamb death. I don't know what the story is. There's only so much information available. But it's still, it's treated as a suspicious death. And there's still no explanation as to what happened. They say she was bipolar, but that wouldn't account for everything that happened, and they did find her medication, and her medication was up to date. So she was stable. So I really don't know. That's a very interesting case for anybody that likes those Unexplained mysteries.
Yeah. Bam gets details. I gotta give her that.
Thank you.
Screw details. Who needs details? Yeah, they're already playing Christmas movies. Oh my God, the day after Halloween, they were playing Christmas music on one of the radio stations. Like, are you freaking serious? That's about dumb. And then I wonder why people are so sick of Christmas by the time Christmas gets here.
Why people get depressed.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Come here, sweetie. Come here.
Seen the guy dressed up as Santa Claus for Halloween. My friend Christy, her husband Brad wanted to, and she just yelled at him.
Come on, Angel.
I think they're skipping Thanksgiving.
Angel sent from heaven.
Yeah, not ready for Christmas. I don't blame you.
Give me some of that action.
Oh, her and her rat.
My princess Pixie Momo Lolo Coco Chocho no.
Yeah, my little granddaughter informed me today we were playing Grinch, and I was the Grinch. She was one of the little kids. I told her she was Grinch Jr. So she's like, no, you're Grinch. And you're Grinch Jr. Ugh.
I can't afford to join in Christmas. You know,
Oh.
I can't afford to buy my kids presents. And that makes it very hard on me because, you know, you want to treat your kids, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not possible. And it gets me increasingly depressed every year. Last year there was a godsend. You know, this year it's going to be dank. I don't enjoy it. I know that it's supposedly not about giving, but you do want to give your children presents at Christmas. And I can't. So I hate it.
I want to give the whole world presents at Christmas, but I can't. That always depressed me.
I don't like most people in the world, so I don't want to give them anything. Flubber in the face.
I want to give everybody I know Christmas.
Come on then, love.
But can't. Now, if I was that dude that won, what, $1.6 billion, I can give quite a bit. Not many can afford Christmas. Make it the best you can. I want to give everyone in the world a Coke. Have a Coke and a smile. Makes you feel good. Not ready to decorate, but watching Christmas movies, yeah.
I want Pixie to live for another 10 years.
You go with that.
Come here, princess. Princess Lee. Baby girl. Come on.
Oh. I'm going to smoke this cigarette, then I got to go. I get tired.
Yeah, you're starting to flag bad there.
Oh. Yeah, the Les gets tired. Yay.
What time is it your way?
1:28. Marion, after moving and such, I have realized stuff is not important. It's your family. I realized that after I lost everything I had after 9/11. I lost everything. Everything. And found out that what's important is your family and friends. And then I found out I had none. So I will do for a family. That's it. Then I'm home with my animals. Oh, yes, you guys, don't forget to roll them clocks back tonight.
Oh,
Get an extra hour of sleep. Good, I need it. Do you only have the one rat?
No, I have three. I've got baby Hodor, who's turned into an old man. And I've got Princess Alpha, who's a big Gambian poached rat. And then I've got little Pixie Momo. But you've got friends now, Les, you know. You've got some of us that you could really can, you know, call friends. So I know that was a horrible bloody thing that happened to you, you know, but what can I say? You've got some of us that are loyal.
Well, I just know back then, I realized my family will kick my ass quicker than shit when you're down. I mean, it was bad. It really was bad. And all my friends left my ass. I ended up having none.
Charming.
I've never had a female rat. Do you find they are easier than boys or no?
No, they're just the same. Just the same, to be honest with you. Hodor, when I got Hodor, baby Hodor, I rang the shop and I said, you know, did something happen to him? Because I've never come across one that's as skittish. And they said, oh, well, you've got 28 days, you can bring him back. And I were horrified. You know, he wasn't a pair of shoes, he was a little living creature. So I don't know what was up with Hodor. And it took him a lot longer to trust me than any of them did. But the boys are generally more docile and more affectionate. But she is just any of the girls I've had lovely. So I just like both, you know. I just love both. The only thing I will say is sometimes if when she goes on season, she gets a little bit, she doesn't want to kiss me and cuddle me and you know she doesn't want that, but there's absolutely no difference. Just like tiny puppies that never grow up. That's what I describe them as. And it's true, you know, when baby Hodor was just a baby, my ex-husband came hurtling in here for no reason. He came from nowhere. And he came flying into my room and started to scream and shout at me. And, you know, he really did nearly give me a heart attack. And I won't cry in front of him anymore, but it made me cry. And he was getting himself more and more and more worked up to the point he was just about to attack me, only my son manhandled him out. But baby Hodor could hear all this going on. And what upset me was the rat came over to the door of his cage and he put his hand out and he was trying to flick the latch. And he had his hair was all standing and his tail was up like a stingray. And he was making this chattering noise. And when he finally got out, he ran up the bed to me, jumped into my arms. And he was trying to protect me against my ex-husband. And that bothered me. That really upset me. You know, I thought these little things don't get enough understanding or acknowledgement of what nice little things they are. But this was a little teeny tiny creature, you know, and he was willing to defend me against a big fat 6'2" enraged lunatic, you know, and it was that's what bothered me. Like I say, my little animal being upset. They're just to me they're like little tiny dogs, and the loyalty in them's just as good as any dog. The only downside is they don't live long enough.
Oh.
No, they only have a 2.5 year lifespan.
What, rats do?
Yeah, they don't live very long at all. Hodor's 2.5 and Pixie is 2, and no, she's directly 2. She's absolutely 2 years old. Hodor's 2.5. But he's little Mr. Fearless, him. You say anything or shout at his mummy, he'll go for you.
Joe, you're fine. Yeah, don't cats eat rats?
Well,
Oh, awesome.
my cats don't, though.
Oh, man. I can honestly say I've had a hamster, and that's about it. Well, other than dogs. Ouch.
You hear me, miss? You're ready to fall asleep there. Do you want to wrap this up and get yourself some sleep?
I will in a few.
Hmm?
As soon as I finish this, I will.
Okay.
Let's go to bed. I'm getting tired. I am. As soon as I finish this cigarette, I'm going to go to bed. I got to get little mama in bed. White rats ain't pets.
Yes, they are.
I thought it was the white rat, white mice.
And white mice can be pets too. Any animal is deserving of a life as a pet.
Then a shoe. Her cat is just destroying everything in the house.
Pixie. Should we find a snack, Pix? Do you want a snack?
Just going to end up on a crime show over a cat. Oh, goodness gracious.
You're going to put the entire chat to sleep.
I know.
I'm going to start, synchronized yawning.
I think we are. I think we should. It's a sport,
Good night, GC. Well,
Good
guys.
night, everybody. I'll just go ahead. That way people won't feel bad.
Yeah, I think you need to go. Be sure to check out The Haunting on Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House. Check it out. You'll enjoy it.
Yes. Y'all, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. And hopefully next time I'll be a little bit livelier. We're going to try. Maybe be on earlier. Like we should be. So,
all right.
So everybody have a good night. You take care, and thank you for coming up.
Sayonara.
All right. Good night.